Hi and welcome again to Esiwakago YouTube channel. And on our today's video, I want us to quickly check or go through things that you can do to protect yourself as a green card holder and things that can make you or your green card to be revoked. And we start by asking ourselves, what is a green card? And a green card is a permanent residency, or it's a card or a document that allows you to stay and work in the United States legally and also to become a permanent resident. And even though green card holders, they do have rights to stay here, or they are not just any other person who is visiting. This is someone who has legally acquired the documents that are required by anyone who should be addressed as a permanent resident of America. Now, green card holders, they have the right to travel in and out of America. They have the right to stay in America. However, there are several things that can make your green card to be revoked or make you be part of those who gonna be getting deported or find yourself in the deportation process. Now, previously, there were some bans that were done by the now president when he was a president last term that he served the United States of America. There are some countries that he banned from accessing the United States. Also, this also includes people that had gotten green cards from those countries, not meaning that they are supposed to be deported, but this means they can also be affected by the ban if they do not do the following that I'm going to list shortly. These countries are mostly Muslim countries, and even though green card means permanently being allowed to stay in the United States, it might be a little bit hard for a person who is traveling to these countries and they overstay. Or if you're a green card holder, you cannot overstay, or you cannot stay outside of America more than 6 months, or stay over a year without a re-entry visa. Why? Because if you are with a green card in America, it has conditions. It has terms and conditions. You cannot violate the conditions, because if you do, at the point of entry, they might have to do something called a secondary. It is called a secondary inspection, whereby you have to be taken to a back room to give more reasons as to why you overstayed your visa, because they consider that as abandonment of your residency. Now, before we get there, people from these Muslim countries visiting America with either tourist visa or resident visa or any other visa that is not considered as permanent resident, they might get it very hard at the point of entry, because the officer at the point of entry might decide you are not going to enter America. Why? Because the same president who banned these countries is the same president who is now sitting and who is making sure that these rules are followed. All right. So if you are coming with a tourist visa, if you're coming with a student visa from the Muslim countries, please take cautions and all the cautions that are required, and also make sure that you are confident enough when you are explaining at the port of entry. Now, you cannot go for more than 6 to 12 months with a green card. You cannot stay outside of America with a green card for 6 months. There are people who think they can go for 3 months, come back, stay 3 months, go back, spend 3 months on their vacations, and come back again and spend 3 months in America. That makes it a total of 6 months out, or 6 months outside America, and 6 months in America. The rules that governs a green card, if you violate them, you can be revoked, or your rights can be revoked as a permanent resident. Why? Because it looks like you're just wanting to get access to the United States, but you're not actually living in the United States. If you're not planning to spend time in the United States, at least for the period of 5 years that you're supposed to observe these rules, you would rather not go for green card, because they can revoke it if they want by law. Now, when you go and live outside, they're going to consider you as someone who abandoned their residency. What are they going to do? When you are checking in, when you are coming in from wherever you had gone to visit or vacation, they're going to have to interrogate you deeper to know what is the reason why you abandoned your residency. Rule number 1, or point number 1 to note: do not accept to sign Form 407, I-407, because that can help them to take the power off you, of your permanent residency in America. If you find yourself being interrogated or having a secondary investigation at the back room, please, you have the right to ask them to allow you to talk to a lawyer, so that you can buy time to be given a court day whereby you can go and explain why you abandoned your residency. Some people might have done it through an unforeseen circumstances. For example, if you travel outside of America, then you go to a country and get ill, and it's maybe a long term or something that is longer than you would have expected. Maybe you can overstay your vacation, but you might not get the chance to explain this to the consular officer. So that is why you need to ask to talk to your lawyer, so that you can go to court and validate why things happened the way they happened. Now, certain crimes can also make you deportable. That is, if you have any crime on file, you're supposed to reach out to a lawyer ASAP, because you will get a hard time at the border when you are re-entering America. It might be easy for you to exit, but when you're coming back, you might get it rough, because some of the people that are targeted by all these rules that are being made, they are people who actually don't live in America in accordance to the law. Okay? So you might be having a file that is not resolved. I would advise you to reach out to a lawyer ASAP and get that resolved as soon as possible. Again, if you get stopped at the border or at the point of entry, and they have to ask you or dig you deeper, please make sure that whatever they're gonna tell you to do, it is not Form 407, which can revoke your rights as a permanent resident without you having to explain anything, or without your case going through the court. Okay? You have a right to go to court and defend yourself. Some of the things that might appear on your record as a criminal record, like DUI and also domestic violence, is some of the cases that can be considered as you having a crime or having committed a crime. Please, if you have any of these, you will need to contact your lawyer before you travel, and also to take the notes or the steps that I explained earlier. Now, naturalization moving forward, might be a little bit might become stricter, and it might also be taking longer process, because they might want to dig deeper your background, and also to make sure that you do not have anything that might bar you to get naturalized. And as a result, the US CIS, they might start doing intense interrogations, intense background checks, and this might cause something we call a backlog. And I would advise someone who is already 5 years in America holding a green card, just apply for citizenship. It is your right. You are not doing any crime by applying for naturalization as earlier as yesterday, so that you can buy time. I mean, you can have enough time to process. So another thing that I would want people to consider as green card holders, please always do carry your IDs. And if you are ever stopped by any police or government official like the ICE, please be confident and understand that you are not a criminal simply because you are a green card holder, or simply because you are being targeted. So I wish you all the best, and green card people, feel safe, because this country has a law, and as long as we take the law path, it's gonna be all right. You have a green card, you are legally in America. Legally. The exceptions are the ones that I just stated. And see you guys in the next video. Continue keeping on, and we can do all things through Christ who strengthens us. Cheers, guys.